I got a lot of scripts. I don't like using scripts all the time as a general rule because I feel like it's easier to let things just flow naturally. However, it can be helpful to have a few talking points or just a few play on words to have in the back of your pocket if you're searching for something important to say to a prospect. So let's talk about what I think are the 3 most critical scripts that every real estate agent needs in their business. Okay, so I'm going to give you the scenario and I'll give you the script. Scenario number 1, you lost touch with your prospect. So maybe you had a buyer who was on the fence or a seller who was on the fence, or you got a referral or a lead and maybe, just maybe, you kind of dropped the ball and lost touch with them. Could have been that they ghosted you and you just didn't follow up, but regardless, some time has passed. You're going through your lead list and you're trying to revitalize some old leads. So this is a really great thing. And by the way, this is a great end of year activity. I would be using this script for anyone throughout the year who told you at one point that they wanted to buy or sell, but for whatever reason just never moved forward. And the script sounds something like this. The goal is to strike up a conversation, get back into the picture, and see if you can re-engage this lead. The script is going to be super easy. Hey, last we spoke, you were looking to buy a home. Just wanted to check in before the end of the year. Was that still part of your plans, or did you end up finding something? I know that sounds super obvious, but if you have leads this year that you haven't been reaching out to and you're wondering if there's any opportunities there, I promise you there are. And something as simple as, hey, last we spoke, this was the plan. Is that still the case? Really goes a long way to opening up a conversation without feeling heavy or awkward or just kind of out of place. Now, for those who you feel like you really dropped the ball with, like the ones who you really don't want to send this message to because you feel like you kind of screwed up, I would add a little bit of a, oh my gosh, I could just kick myself for losing touch with you. Last we spoke, you were thinking about buying. How'd it go? Did that end up happening? I know we lost touch. Was that still part of your plans for this year? Or did you already take care of that goal? Right? Again, we're just trying to figure out where they're at. If they're still a viable lead or if they ended up purchasing. By the way, if they did end up purchasing a home, if this was a buyer lead that you're using this with, and they said, yeah, we ended up buying a house when an agent we met at an open house a few months after we spoke, then your work starts now. Because there's now no more agency relationship in place. They've already purchased with another agent. You can't help that happened. But you can develop that person as maybe a referral partner or a contact in your database. And at some point, they might even literally forget that you were not the agent who helped them buy. I'm not kidding. If the other agent who helped them purchase is not following up, there's no reason why you can't starting from that day. So my response in that scenario might be something like, oh my gosh, congratulations. I wish I was a part of that, but I'm so glad that you're able to find a home that you loved. Tell me all about it. Tell me how it went. And from there, you can really start developing that person as somebody who could be in your database and somebody who might even refer you business. Okay, second scenario. You're talking to somebody who's a little far out from selling their home or buying a new one. You're not really sure how to get them crystallizing the details, right? Because if a home buyer or seller is pretty far out from making a decision, they maybe don't really know exactly what it is they're looking for. They're definitely not looking to go look at houses yet because they're just not even ready. They don't know where they need to move. They don't know exactly when they need to move. They just know something is causing them to start exploring the opportunity. So the script is, cool, yeah, I know you're not looking to buy tomorrow or whatever, but when you do go to buy in your next house, what would you change about where you're living right now? A lot of us know more about what we don't like than what we do. For a lot of us, it's easier to pinpoint the things that we don't want any more of. And so kind of direct the conversation there. And that might lead you into a conversation of, well, Right now we have 3 bedrooms, which was plenty of space when we moved in, but our family is growing in the next 6 months. And so we know we're going to need more space. And, while we're at it, we love a pool. I'm not sure if that's even something that we could achieve, but that's such a bucket list item. We know that in the next house, that's something that we would love to consider as an option. Well, now you can start putting a plan in place, but I think that that's just a really nice way to open up the conversation and start trying to figure out how you can bring them down the sales funnel. Okay. And finally, our third scenario, you're trying to set the appointment. This challenge comes up often for the agents who I am coaching directly in the Market Authority Academy and those who are part of the Insiders Club who are getting monthly coaching from me as well in that subscription program. The details on that stuff are below, but beside the point, this is what's happening. Basically, real estate agents are having conversations, whether it's happening on social media or elsewhere, and they're not sure how to book the appointment. And so they just assume that they're not getting appointments booked. Maybe they think that they should be asked for the appointment by their clients, and they wonder why it's just not happening. Every successful client starts with an appointment or a consultation. And it's actually up to you to set that consultation. But how do you do it? Well, the script looks a little bit like this. Hey, it seems like you've got real estate on your mind. I noticed you're asking a lot of questions, and these are such good questions. I think it would probably be easiest to just have a quick conversation. When are you free for a quick 15-minute chat about just what it looks like to buy or sell in today's environment? Again, it is so non-aggressive. It's such an easy way to say, let's get on the phone. Let's meet in person. Whatever it sounds right for you to do at that moment. You can even do this during an open house when you've met a new prospect. Hey, it sounds like you kind of know what you're looking for here, but I see that there's still some details that you're crystallizing with your home search. Why don't we just meet for a quick coffee after this open house, or we can hop on a Zoom call this afternoon, or hell, just do it right there at the open house. And I'll just let you pick my brain about the real estate market. I'll answer what questions you have, and if it makes sense to work together, I can share with you how it looks to do that too. Super easy, super non-aggressive, and very flexible depending on what the scenario calls for in that moment. This is the core script that I use across every lead source, regardless of how I'm having the conversation or what channel it's taking place in. This sets appointments, so definitely try this one out. Really hope you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments which of these scripts you want to try first, or if you do end up trying these, just let me know how it goes. Again, do that in the comments. I want to have a conversation about it and see how it went. And if you find that you just need a little more hand-holding and support, this is where we get to talk about working together if it makes sense to do. So check out the details in the show notes below to learn how to book a call with my team and learn about the Market Authority Academy. So in the Market Authority Academy, I am coaching real estate agents to develop these skills at a really high level, as well as implementing these skills into a proprietary process that we have built out over the last nearly decade that is proven to help real estate agents grow their business exponentially. So if you're into that kind of thing, all the details are below. Thanks so much for tuning in. Till next time, keep on crushing it.